Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. I got a funny. Okay, like I say, I'm back in the jungle somewhere in Guatemala, the north, I think northeast part of Guatemala. It is pretty backward back here. On my way back from Belize, and it's hot. You see, got my thingy on, try to cool me down, but I'm wondering, I'm thinking maybe the heat's getting to me, but I'm thinking, you know, like I said, I went to Belize for a week. I can go anywhere. I can go anywhere I want. And the only thing that limits me is I'm by myself. And I don't know if it's just me. I'm sure some people like being by themselves. But if you're by yourself in some of the places that I'm at, it's a little difficult. And then when you don't speak the language, it's even more difficult. I have a motorcycle. I don't ride it anymore. And the reason is, I am starting to be concerned if I was to wreck and then hurt myself, I'd have problems. I wrecked, when I first came down here, I wrecked, broke some ribs, and let's see, what all my, oh yeah, my arm, my ribs, and my back. And so that kind of held me up for about a month and a half to get myself all squared away on that. And I had a wife, I had a dog, and I still got the dog, but the dog was too old to come with me. But I had to get up, even as much pain I was in, to take the dog out. So, but the thing is, now I'm thinking, I've been looking for someone, and you know, see, it's been 2 years since I lost my wife. After about 6 months after losing her, it was the loneliness got pretty bad. So I thought I'll find a wife, and so I looked for a wife for about a year, a little over a year. And been going out with these gals, and I've learned a whole lot. I never had to learn much about women, because I only had one, I only needed one. So I didn't have to learn too much. I just needed to just do what the one told me to do, and that was it. So I say, so I've been looking. So I finally gave up on looking for a wife. I've learned a lot. This video, I'm not going to tell you what I learned. I will tell you what I learned. It's not what I've learned. It's enlightening to me, anyway. It was. I learned a lot about women, but it's not a lot of good stuff. So we're right back to, when you look at women in general, they're not a good thing in general. So I came to the conclusion I need to get them more on a one-on-one And like I say, I'm a product of an arranged marriage. Somebody smarter than my wife or I arranged the marriage. So that's why our marriage was so good. So now I'm thinking, okay, what can I do? Seeing now nobody's older than me, and so it's and people don't do the arranged marriage when they get old. It's a thing for young folk. So I'm thinking, well, what can I do? And I'll tell you, I'm throwing this out to let y'all I want to see your comments on it. But I'm thinking about going for a gold digger. At least everything will be up front. You know, I know it's the money, and I'm not quite sure. My wife was an opposite. She never went with me anywhere. I did all my travels, all my adventures by myself. But I knew I could always go back to her. I knew she'd always be there. And I knew she'd take care of my wounds and all this kind of stuff. So now I'm thinking, well, that might be the thing to do with a gold digger. So I'm thinking about that. And another thing on the gold digger is I thought, well, it'd be like I'm a traveling companion. People pay me to go to weird places and stuff like that. So now I'm thinking, well, why don't I do the same thing with a gold digger? I know she's here for the money. In other words, she'll be with me on my adventures and all this stuff, waiting for me to die. Okay, so I have no problem with that, and the reason I don't is I think I see a lot of people, and all they're doing is sitting around getting old, waiting to die. Okay, for me, I can't really say I'm waiting to die. I can't really say I go in, you know, sticking my head in the lion's mouth kind of thing. But I'll put it this way. At the rate I'm going now, when I die, I probably won't know about it until I start making a video about it. I mean, I'm moving so quick, I'm getting so much stuff done that, you know, I don't know. And die? There's a lot of things I've figured out. This 2 years without my wife, there's a lot of things worse than dying. So, you know, the dying part doesn't bother me. But I'll tell you, I don't know if I like this going on the way it's been going. And I say I'm 65, you know, and I've had a good quality of life. And as far as I'm concerned, give me good quality of life and then jerk the rug out from underneath me. So, because once my quality of life stops, there's really not much left for life for me. So I'm thinking if I just get a gold digger, somebody that's going to be around waiting, and she might even trip me, she might push me off a ledge, you know, I don't know what's going to happen, but I really don't care. Well, one thing, some of these places we go, I don't think it's to her advantage to get rid of me, because I don't think she'll be able to get out by herself. Because like I say, it is the traveling, it really is a team effort. And like I say, I'm not a team, I'm by myself. That's what makes it so dangerous. This whole thing is really hairy when you're by yourself. So I'm thinking maybe I just look for a gold digger. Look somebody that money will motivate them. Not all that worried. I I just need somebody to hold my hand. And I want to say good times and bad times, but I even got my bad times taken care of. I mean, when the bad times come, when the time comes and I ever get old, I've already got that all covered already, so it's no big deal. I don't need any help on that. But like I say, I do need somebody to hold my hand on this good times. And but anyway, you throw the idea around, gold digger. Maybe this is what Mike needs, is a gold digger. Even down here, they got them down here, gold diggers all the time. So it's funny, I weeded out a lot of gold diggers on this Belize trip because I found a lot of gold diggers, and I told them right there, and I said, hey, you want to go to Belize? And they didn't have what it took. A lot of it, they don't have their papers. They don't have all their stuff done already. And what I tell people, always have your passport. You always have your passport. No telling what's going to happen. So a lot of them didn't have their papers. Another thing, a lot of them were working. And you know, and they've got other things that are more important. I've learned people always do what's important to them. So if I ask you to come with me, and then you say, well, no, I can't, that thing is more important than coming here. And I mean, it's no big deal. I mean, everybody does whatever's the most important thing to them. So it's not anything to get. That's why I don't get mad and stuff when people don't come or anything. But I say people always do what's more important to them. And I had one guy get a hold of me, and he was feeling down. And I told him, well, hey, you feeling low and down, and maybe you want to do something stupid? Well, hey, come with me. He didn't come with me, so I guess he wasn't that he was still able to think some. But I say we need to if the work is that important to you, I say I'd hire somebody. That's what made me think of the gold digger. I thought, well, I could hire somebody down here. I'll hire somebody to do the translating, and I can take them around with me. And it's funny, they make $200 a month. I can give them twice that. You know. And then I thought, well, why would I even do that? I'll just go on and, you know, marry them. And I know they're marrying me for my money. So what? As long as we have fun, who cares? But anyway, think on it and leave your comment. I want to know. Maybe it might be an option. I'm going to give it some more thought, especially after my brain cools down. Let's say right now, it's a little hot right now. So maybe when my brain cools down, maybe I'll think different. You know, talking about the gold digger, look down below, and I'm going to put a link down there. If I pursue this a little more, I'm going to put a link down there to a blog, and then the blog will have an application, and it'll give you more information on what it is that I'm looking for. It'd be like a job application. And I say about the only thing I can think of right offhand is you're going to have to be healthy, because if you're not healthy, you're not going to make the trip. But other than that, I'm going to have to think on it, and like I say, I'll figure out some kind of application, and it'll be down below.